Hello student, welcome to the 7th day of online tutorial session. Today's topic is multiplexer. The term multiplex means many to one. So multiplexing is the process of transmitting a larger number of information over a single line. Because I have explained in previous lectures that I have designed the combinational circuit. Through this, in case of transmission, we required multiplexer and demultiplexer. So here, to transmit the information, larger information through a single line, and we require this multiplexer circuit. A digital multiplexer circuit is a combinational circuit that select one digital information from the several sources and transmit the selected information on a single output line. Suppose several sources are ready to transmit the data, okay, but one channel is there in the network. So from the several sources, it will select only one depending upon the criteria is there. So the criteria is that select line is there. Select line will help to choose among the several sources, and from the chosen source, it will transmit the information to the receiver through a single line. Okay. A multiplexer is also called a data selector. Why the multiplexer is called data selector? Because since it selects one of many inputs and steers this information to the output. From the several input, it will select only one depending upon the select line and transmit to the channel, and so that I am getting the output. For that reason, the multiplexer is called data selector. It is a very common question in case of class 12 that why multiplexer is called data selector. Okay. The multiplexer has several data input lines and single output line. If you see the block diagram, then it is clear to you that I3, I2, I1, I0. These are four number of inputs are there, and Y is the final output. Okay, so 4 inputs are there and one only output, and 2 select line is there. What is the purpose of this select line? Select line will help to select which input will pass through the circuit so that I will get the output. This is the function of the select line S0 and S1. This is a block diagram for 1 cross 4 multiplexer. Okay. Now, how we can design, what are the phenomena and what are the functions of 1 cross 4 multiplexer? Okay, let's come to the truth table first. Okay, truth table. Okay, S0 and S1 is the select line and Y is the output, because I have given 4 inputs over here. Okay, depending upon the 4 inputs, one input will be selected depending upon the select line, and again it is transmit to the output. Okay, so from the truth table, the logical expression for the output in terms of data inputs and the select line is as follows. Like if you tried for the first one, that if I0 will be selected when S1 and S0 is in the bar form, it means that from S1 and S0, 0 will be transmitted. Okay, if in the select line, both in case of both select line is 0, 0 is passing, then only the first input will be selected for the output. Okay, in the second case, if S1 is 0 and S0 is 1, then the second input will be selected. For the third case, that if S1 is 1 and S0 is what? 0, then only the second means I2 means the third input will be selected. If both the cases the select line input is 1, 1, then only the fourth and last input will be selected. Okay, so what will be the output expression, Boolean expression? Y equals to S1 bar S0 bar I0 plus S1 bar, S0 bar, I1 plus S0 S0 bar, S1 I2 plus S1 S0 I3. This is the total logical expression for the output. Okay. So depending upon this output phenomenon, we will design our circuit diagram. Okay. To implement this circuit diagram, so what are the gate is required? We require two NOT gates. Why two NOT gates? Because some of the cases from the select line, S bar is going given. S bar is taken as an input. In some cases only S. So the S0 or S0 bar, S1 or S1 bar. So to represent that S1 bar and S0 bar, we require this two NOT gate. Okay. And here in the output screen we have seen that y equals to S0 bar, S1 bar and D0. Oh, both are in what formation? And the multiplication. So that's why for each expression there are 4 expression in the output. That's why this 4 AND gate is required. Okay. And one is OR gate is required. Why OR gate is required? If you see the Boolean expression carefully, it is in all the expression are in the plus format. So plus this phenomenon we can use using the using OR gate we can represent it. Okay. So first one is showing is what? That is S1. S1s we are giving for for I3 I am saying S1 it is passing 1 and S0 is passing 1. So we will get the I3. For I2 what we are getting? S1 is 1 but for S0 we are getting bar value. From the NOT gate C it is getting the input I2. For I1 what is getting? For I1 S0 is directly going on but S1 is actually I2 in case of I2 S0 actually normally is going on and S1 is in the bar form we are going. For actually for I0 what one? Both the cases is S0 bar and S1 bar. Both are going. So this is the final output Boolean expression. Okay. So why the multiplexer is required? From the several sources, if you want to select one input from the several input, if you want to select only one input, then only we require the multiplexer. Suppose that in case of lift or any phenomenon, you have seen that there are several inputs are there now. Several inputs are there through which we can only choose one. So from that one, that from several input, if you want to select any one, then we will require a multiplexer circuit. Okay. So here I am giving the example of a 4x1 multiplexer, but you can implement 8x1, 16x1 also. Okay. Then we will come to the application part of the multiplexer. Okay. Data routing, number 1 point you may write down. Number 1 point is data routing. Why in case of data routing multiplexer is required? Because multiplexer can be used to route data from one of the several sources to one destination, because from source to destination there are several pathways are there, but we have to choose a profitable pathway through which the data transmission will take less amount of time. Okay. So do that we have to select this in case of in a line there are so many sources are there, but among the several sources we have to pick which is giving you the less amount of time. So that cases we required multiplexer. In case of Google will show you the shortest path for to reach the destination. This is where also multiplexer circuit is represent, because from several input it will select one. From several routing path it will select you the best path where time is less. Okay. Logical function generator, it can also be used to implement logical function in some of the product from the directly from the truth table, because we have given like summation of 0, 1, 2, 3. Severals are there. From the whole truth table it will only pick the expression for 0, 2, 3 and 7 and give you the result. To implement this kind of a circuit we require multiplexer. Okay, control sequencer, multiplexer can be used to as a part of a control sequencer when the sequence is generated. Okay, parallel to serial converter, digital system that processes the data in parallel form take very less time. In order to transmit the information over longer distance, the parallel arrangement is undesirable as it requires larger number of transmission lines. Therefore, data in parallel forms is converted into the serial form using the multiplication. If you do the parallel one, and then what will happen, it will take less money, actually more amount of time. But if it is serially, at a time several bits can be transmitted, then it will take lesser amount of time. So for that reason, from parallel to serial conversion, we require the multiplexer. Okay, I am lecturing over here, I am ending my lecture over here. Thank you.